Well, hello YouTubers. This time we're going to take a look at something totally different, because if you remember the video that I did on Christmas Day, which was this part here, which was a squirter water toy. Yes, this squirter water toy has still got some water inside, but I like the feature when you squirt him, there's water coming out. Now this one hasn't got that much water being filled up, so that's why it's low level of water inside here, and that's why there's not much water squirting out here. But let's go ahead and take a look at something that Flip Flap has actually made. And in this video, yep, this is basically, yes, as I'm saying in this video, the number one, the first time there, as I'm showing you there, the number one toy review of just taking a look at some toys which have the influence of water. So let's just take a look. Proper water toys which are basically adapted to water easily. My biggest, obviously my biggest theory about water toys is that do they all work? Well, the simple answer is most of them don't, because I dare say with toys made out of paper they easily get deteriorated by the water which comes from the sink. Okay, the products that we have now is, what's that one there? It's a Mediterranean monk seal seafood feast pack. Or maybe I could have probably added the number 5 there. If I look closely there, there's no number 5 there, or no number, because there's actually 5 items in this product here. £10.95 is the price. Oh, it comes with a big bonito. Yeah, a bonito is like a great big fish. What's that? Let me have a look on the fish there. It looks like it's got Pac-Man eyes for some strange reason, I suppose. And looks quite nice. And then we've got 3 of these products, which is a good enough find to take a look in this video. And the 3 products that we're going to take a look at are the Socotra Cormorant Gulp Flock 12 pack. And I think a gulp is basically something to basically define, or basically refer to as a group of cormorants. That's what I'm saying. Or to make a definition of a group of cormorants, or a flock of cormorants. £18 is the price there. Yes, it's a Generation 79 toy, which is, I initially thought Generation 79 was going to be released from the 8th of January, or the 7th of January, as I'm making this video, which is actually the 8th, which is actually filmed on Tuesday. And this product here is probably interesting, and if I take a look at the back there, and it has a combination of Generation 79 and Generation 78.5. The major Generation 79 products will be on next week, which will be on the 15th. And look at that, there's actually an extra year date, 2020. And most importantly, 100% compatible with water. And as I show you, the Monk Seal product, 100%, let me try and say it again, 100% compatible with water. But deep down, no pun intended, we're going to take a look at also the Sea Lion Courtship Beach 6-pack, which comes with a starfish which looks like a frickin' faceless Patrick from SpongeBob. And I'm very sorry for the background noise right over the bedroom, I suppose, but there's the price there, £11.95. See that? That's actually quite nice, isn't it? And the back of the packaging looks like that. What the frick is going on there? I wonder why the sea lions and that... What's that one there? That looks like a freaking Magikarp. I mean, these guys, they look pretty weird, don't they? These little fishies, and the, oh, these, God, I'm pretty sure these are sea lions. I mean, they look like the Pokemon Poplio, if you ask me, and that also reminds me of Poplio as well. I'm not thinking of Pokemon too much these days. I think it's because, I think it's the logo that's really got me quite curious, I suppose. I've never expected the logo to transform in a very unusual way, going from this one here, with the black and white eyes, to sort of something which obviously looks like that. These eyes there. Flip Flap Origami. It's a British Wildlife Collection toy, a finless coalfish or safe shoal 5-pack, or school 5-pack. £11.95, as I said earlier in this video, that's the price. And yes, this is also the first British Wildlife Collection toy that's actually been made for 2019. And it looks pretty nice, and there's also a very nice fact here. Coalfish are more pelagic fish, meaning that pelagic means open sea, as these fish are found on open oceanic areas. Or maybe I should have just said oceanic areas. Let's do the unpacking. Well, let me take out these little critters out of the packaging. That's what I'm going to do now. And yes, oh yeah, look at that. These PIKACHU and cormorants look pretty nice. They've got yellow beaks, green eyes, and they've got black, what do you call it, feather plumaging, as I call them. The only disappointing part with these cormorants is that they don't have names, specimen names, or licensing info, which to me is just a little bit cheap and nasty. But I think it's something to do with Flip-Flap trying to save amount of money. I think it has to do with cunning corners or cross cunning. Yeah, it's a bit terrible when I think of Flip-Flap doing this, I suppose. And I don't know how high or low the quality of Flip-Flap toys are like, but I'm pretty sure the higher quality toys that Flip-Flap makes, the longer sustainable the Flip-Flap toys will be made for. To be honest, I suppose it's a very nice sort of addition to Flip-Flap toys, I suppose, actually. And there's also this one here. I noticed that all the cormorants have got these types of eyes, except for this one here, which actually has a pen eye there. So this is basically a prototype cormorant, and I'll stand this one here, or I'll lay this one down because it's actually swimming, and you can't see the feet on these birds there because they're all, you know, they're all swimming. You know, that's what I'm trying to say, I suppose. And reclusively, as I'm saying the word reclusively, these birds have different neck heights, and the heads on them are fairly interesting. And I was starting to play like dominoes again. That's actually quite a very unscrupulous sight when you think about it, I suppose. There's another one of the cormorants, I call them. To me, they almost look like waterfowl, but it looks like the appearance, I suppose, which is quite interesting and unusual at the same time. There's the prototype of the PIKACHU and cormorants. And these birds, if I can work out, these birds have been adapted to breed in deserted, yes, hot deserted areas, such as the Middle East. But what about the other cormorants right there? There's actually 3 more I need to probably make a pose of. And they do look nice. It reminds me of the time when birds are starting to breed. Hopefully when spring comes, that's probably like the time before summer. And look at that. What an amazing colony of beautiful looking cormorants. Well, it's time to probably devour something, and let's probably unpack the sea lion courtship beach 6-pack, which looks pretty nice indeed. Oh yes, look at that, there's some sea lions there. Gives you a bit of a Pop Leo reference there. I mean, look at these faces there, they actually do remind me of Pop Leo by the looks of it, and also the way they've been folded. Again, it's actually quite interesting, I suppose. It's a little bit bland, but it looks bit. There's not much colouring except for the pencil eyes and also the pink nose, which is pretty weird when you think about it. And there's also a female sea lion here. There's both a male and a female sea lion. I'm not sure if you can see the eyelashes and by the flash and the camera there. The flippers there are a bit, you know, folded. I wouldn't say these are crooked, you know, but these are the way sea lions are designed. And there's what you get in the set. There are a pair of starfish there. They don't have faces and stuff like that. And there's this one here, which sort of brings back memories. If you watch SpongeBob SquarePants, I dare say I haven't watched this one before, but maybe I have. And yes, this thing there, I'm not sure if you can see that. It almost looks like Patrick, doesn't it? I mean, where in the world is the yellow sponge I'm just looking for? And here are the fishies that came in the set there. Not sure if I do this one in focus. The faces are a bit fainted, as you can tell. These faces and the fishies there, they're actually a bit fainted there. This one's a much more clear version. It looks like their mouths are open wide though. This is only just a drawing here, and yeah, looks pretty nice actually, I suppose. And if I have a closer look on this one here, it may have eyelashes, so she may develop eyelashes, and there they are. Can you see the eyelashes there? Yep, I'm pretty sure you can. And yes, we'll take a look at this Mediterranean monk seal product. And yes, look at that. Once again, I think this is basically the time where we start to go back to school and we end up with those cruddy, colourful, but crappy packagings like that. I mean, this is just like the European White Stork video, which is really, really horrible, isn't it? And there's the little squid. It's pretty cute, isn't it? We're getting a bit of a marine sort of theme there as well. And I think this is basically something to be based upon coastal wildlife in Spain or parts of the Mediterranean, perhaps. Yeah, this squid here has got a bit of eye detailing there. Looks like it's all it's all googly. I'm not sure if you can see that from the flash, but there they are. There's the eyes there. Looks pretty nice. It's a bit of sort of an abstract model of a squid, very tiny. And there's some fishies there, which to me look sort of interesting indeed. It's just a generic fish. Nothing that Pokemon-ish, if I can tell. There's another one of these. Okay, so there's basically 3 of the male fish, which is very, very interesting indeed. They're just generic species of fish. And this one here has got a very different design. And this one's got much more of a bulky and fattier design compared to this one here, because the top upper parts haven't been folded right downwards there. And we'll take a look at the fish, which has those bulging Pac-Man eyes. And if you look closely there, there's actually Pac-Man eyes on this fish. And I'm calling this thing a bonito because this is a big fish, and I think bonitos are big Spanish fish. It's blue, it's got grey fins on the back, and there's this monk's ear there. To me it looks like poplio. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? And to be honest, these fishes there look nice, but this sea lion there looks sort of nice indeed. I'm not sure if you can see the face there. It's a bit of a very weird looking face. Yes, it's got a pink nose, which is very, very nice indeed. I like it a lot, which is probably the nicest way of saying it, I suppose. And like the other product, which is the sea lion product, this sea lion, Mediterranean monk seal there, actually has a similar design, but it's actually a lot more slimmer compared to this sea lion there, which to me, it almost looks like an Australian sea lion or a Californian sea lion. But look at that, there's actually a little lipstick sort of detailing there on the female sea lion. I've actually never expected that. And thank God, as I'm making this video, there were no seagulls to be found. But there's one product in the very deep, no pun intended, right on the back there is something that is from the British Wildlife Collection toy range. Oops, sorry about the camera. Is basically a shoal or a school of coalfish. Yeah, I'm pretty sure people in the United States of America call these pollocks. Maybe you have a different name for these fishies there, and off they go. And they're also called safes. Pretty interesting fish, aren't they? And it's a sort of, it's a finless coalfish or safe, so they don't have the fins, unlike what you find on the real fish that you find, which is pretty interesting. And it's got those very, very weird bulging eyes. These fins, it looks like Magikarp's fins. I'm just getting a bit of a Pokemon reference there. Okay, here are the fishies that came with the product there. It almost looks like they've got their faces a bit randomized. It almost looks like they're facing downwards, I suppose. But this is probably one of the blandest fish products in my opinion, because there's not much colour going on there except for the glue that I've just added, of course, I suppose, to make it look interesting, of course. And it's made with, is it chalk or is it pastel? These fishies, they're sort of well designed, but I'm not sure how good or bad these toys are, I suppose, eh? It's got the same detail. And there's another one of these there. Looks like it's got one of the eyes there is just been covered in glue. And to me, they don't look too bad. It's actually great for kids because, I mean, the faces and the eye detailing and the mouth as well, that looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? And I'm pretty sure they've got one of the best skills of any fish, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just being a bit totally selfish. Sorry for the pun. But we'll try and do something very, very silly enough. And guess what? Who's coming next? Well, sorry about the coalfish there. It looks like they're going to be surviving for basically another day. Well, with a flock of Socotra cormorants right down there, right over, let's just say, in my bedroom there's basically a huge rank amount of toys there which have the theme of water. And guess what? Who's going to wreck them more? I think it's both Pikachu and Bumblebee. It looks like these little yellow troublemakers will come in to destroy and vandalize the whole water party, which will be finally be deteriorated. Oh yes, I tried to say the word deteriorated, but someone just came in. Yep, sorry about that, Pikachu and Bumblebee. We have been severely interrupted. Sorry. Well, sorry about the very, very big delay, but I'll come in and turn on this Power and Action Pikachu there. It's basically a very novelty sort of toy in a sense, but I could tell you what, I've actually paid £27.99, probably say £27.99 for this toy. It's a very cool looking toy. It's got those very cool features here, and yes, it's got these features there where Pikachu speaks to you a lot though. Pretty nice, isn't it? It's got, let's say, loads and loads of faces there. It looks pretty awesome, isn't it? And if I hold Pikachu like that, makes those sounds, isn't it? Oh yes, but what we're going to face today is the rest of the cormorants that are literally facing right down there. Okay, Pikachu is ready to use Thunderbolt, and I know Water-type Pokemon are literally weak to Electric-type Pokemon. Here we go. Oh yes! Oh my god! Well, it didn't hit that much. And because I'm really excited, maybe I should have another go at Pikachu. Oh yes, maybe I'll have to do them until they're all down. Here we go. Thunderbolt time. Here we go. Oh! Let me try and do another attempt though. Okay, I might have to probably pick him up though. I don't know why I'm thinking of just animal cruelty and stuff. It's just weird, isn't it? Here we go. Oh yes! Oh, we got a strike! We've got a direct hit! Oh yeah, baby! And guess what? Who's gonna come next? Bumblebee from the Transformers franchise. And look at that! He's literally just gonna fly! I know he can't fly in the real films and also the rest of the Transformers franchise. And look at that! He's about to probably find somewhere to probably kill the seals. I don't know why. Maybe Bumblebee's just being a little bit berserk. Maybe he's possessed by one of these stupid Decepticons. And it looks like Pikachu's gone to rest already, I suppose. And it looks like he's just gonna walk towards them. And wacko! Yeah! Oh yes! All the critters have sadly been attacked by Bumblebee and Pikachu. Well, what's your thoughts on my toy review? Should I have the reviews which have both Pikachu and Bumblebee, or do you want my normal toy reviews, which happened just before Pikachu and Bumblebee were featured? And leave a comment on what you think of. And I sort of think of, I dare say my older toy reviews, maybe the more nostalgic ones, because I tend to produce the good quality stuff of content I'll make on YouTube. Maybe in the future I don't need to take a look at Pikachu and Bumblebee anymore, because I might be buying more toys which have influences of digital technology. And at first glance I was impressed with the Power and Action Pikachu, but I wasn't impressed with the sound features. There was not much features I could literally talk back to it, I suppose. Or maybe other sound toys. I would literally want to buy toys which have sounds in them. But I'm also a collector of Tomy trains as well. Which I'm also a good collector of Tomy train sets, of course. And it's quite interesting that, I often take a look at various amounts of toys in the near future. So it's actually going to be quite a very intriguing sort of, mindful reading sort of part. And I would literally just say my story for making toys at home is going to be very intriguing. I'll just grab the last button there. And I do apologise for the interruptions there, and also my silly yabbering there. I mean, I could just yank the whole content on YouTube these days, and it's absolutely, basically atrocious these days. I mean, I could just give themselves a break. I mean, I'm literally just sick and tired of YouTubers who just, who just want to refuse on just, liking videos like this or just subscribing me. I mean, give me a break. I mean, the real feature about these toys is that they don't look too bad. Sorry for the rant there, but nevertheless, these types of toys are sort of the ones which will be great for probably next year's summer, because these are water toys. Always remembering that these types of toys may work well with water, but sometimes, even when you probably put toys which are basically paper made in a sense, some of them will easily be deteriorated by water. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you're all dry. And as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now. And I'm glad that this is basically the first time I'm being absolutely glad to review water toys for 2019. Oops, sorry about that. there's the year alongside 2020. Okay, again, bye for now.